Yo, Trade T 23 back with another video. Going to be talking about the NBA playoffs and my predictions for the NBA playoffs. Now, what I'm going to start with is the play-in. Start with my play-in predictions. And then I'm going to go based off who I think will win this play-in. So I'm going to go based off of both teams going up against the number one seeds. And then who I think is going to win. Obviously, this is probably going to come out after the playing games because they are starting now. And it's going to be posted Saturday. So the playoffs are going to be starting Saturday. I'm going to have my playoff predictions out Saturday. And I think Sunday I'm going to have my awards. My MVP, Clutch Player of the Year, Most Improved Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man Coach of the Year, All NBA, All Defense, and All Rookie Teams. By hopefully Saturday. So first, we're going to start off with the Miami Heat versus the Chicago Bulls in this last playing game. Now, obviously, probably didn't deserve to win against the Toronto Raptors. It was a great game. We started off it was an even matchup. Second quarter kind of got out of hand. Third quarter kind of started making a comeback. Fourth quarter we took over and we won. Thank you to DeMar DeRozan's daughter. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know how to say her name, and I'm sorry, but I was happy that we got that win. They missed 50% of their free throws. Come on now, bro. It's not. You can't miss 50% of your free throws in a must-win game. Also, it doesn't help that Zach LaVine had 39 points. It doesn't help that Patrick Beverley, Alex Caruso were playing great defense. DeMar DeRozan had two nasty dunks. Zach LaVine was just Zach LaVine. Patrick Williams did his thing. So in all, a good game. Fred VanVleet had a good game. Pascal Siakam had a good game, but no one else on the Toronto Raptors really helped them out. And the Heat and the Atlanta Hawks, I'm so surprised the Heat lost. Trae Young's track record against the Miami Heat hasn't been the best, and he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a really, really, really good game either. So I was very surprised the Miami Heat lost. Jimmy Butler didn't have a good game. Kyle Lowry had 33, and they lost. So if Kyle Lowry is giving you 33 points in a must-win game, kind of need to win that game because what Kyle Lowry's doing now is kind of eh. But I'm going to go. So the Milwaukee Bucks. Who would the Milwaukee Bucks rather play and who would they not rather play? Honestly, I think they'd rather play the Miami Heat. Miami Heat have no depth. They got their starters. They got Kyle Lowry or Gabe Vincent, whoever starts. They got Victor Oladipo. They got Tyler Hero. They got Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Bam Adebayo, and I guess Kevin Love. Gabe Vincent. I can't remember if he started at point guard. I can't remember if he started at point guard. I can actually go on ahead and look. They played Tuesday. Who started for Miami Heat at the point? It was Gabe Vincent. He played 24 minutes. I can give you the stats now. Bam Adebayo had 12 points. Jimmy Butler had 21. Tyler Hero had 26, and Kyle Lowry had 33 off the bench. Jimmy Butler 6 and 19. Can't have that. Trae Young 25, 8 and 7. Okay, never mind. Trae Young did have a good game. I don't know why I thought I remembered him not having a good game. DeJounte Murray also had 18. Clint Capella had 21 rebounds, and I think he had how many offensive rebounds did he have? I forgot. He had 8 offensive rebounds. Went freaking crazy. So, that is the Eastern Conference. I think the Bulls are going to beat the Miami Heat. We're 3-0 against them this year. We have much more firepower. Should be better offensively. I think the Miami Heat have the better player, but I think we got the better team. We got the more depth because we got Andre Drummond at 6 man. We got Patrick Williams coming off the bench, Kobe White coming off the bench, who's a good scorer. So we got some depth to us, and we also have Ayo, who hasn't been the best this year, but still someone that can occasionally give you 7-8 assists with 12 to 13 points. He's basically out of the rotation, but stuff happens. So I think the Bulls will win, but I think the Milwaukee Bucks would rather play the Miami Heat. We're a top 5 defense. We're a terrible offensive team. So if we were a little bit better on the offensive side, which we started turning it up in the late third, entire fourth quarter against the Toronto Raptors. If we can stick with that the entire game against Miami Heat, I think we can get the dub. And I don't know. I guess again, I think the Milwaukee Bucks want to play the Miami Heat because the Miami Heat, besides Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, they don't really got other scoring options. Bam Adebayo is not going to give you 25 points per game against Giannis, Brook Lopez or Bobby Portis. He's also shorter than them all at their center position, so huge mismatch. Jimmy Butler literally got to play like he did in the finals. Tyler Hero got to play like he was in the finals. They damn near need to throw Duncan Robinson in, and he got to play some good minutes, but Duncan Robinson don't play because he's not good. They need. It's tough. It really is tough. Then I'm gonna go to the Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks, first round series. I think this is 5 games. I think Trae Young, DeJounte Murray can give the Celtics one game. I think they can take one game from the Boston Celtics, but Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown think they're too much for DeJounte Murray and Trae Young. The defense, the offense, the height, it's kind of out of reach. Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets. Now, I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think Brooklyn can take one game from the Philadelphia 76ers. Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson. Just one. It takes one of them going crazy, and they take a game. They can take a game if everyone shows up. Everyone got to show up. But I got Philly in 5 against the Brooklyn Nets. Cleveland Cavaliers, New York Knicks. Now this is a series. This is probably gonna be. This will be up there because you got the Phoenix Suns, Los Angeles Clippers. You got Sacramento, Golden State. You also got Memphis and LA, and then you got either Minnesota, OKC versus Denver. This is probably gonna be one of the better series, most even match, because you can Jalen Brunson, Darius Garland. About even. I think Jalen Brunson's played better this year, but Darius Garland started off really slow because he had an eye injury. Donovan Mitchell, R.J. Barrett. Donovan Mitchell wins that. Or I would say Donovan Mitchell, Josh Hart. Obviously, he wins that. Whoever the Cleveland Cavaliers starting at their small forward, either Cedi Osman, Dean Wade, Dylan Windler, or Karis LeVert. R.J. Barrett wins that one. Evan Mobley, Julius Randle. Julius Randle's going to be an All-NBA player, but Evan Mobley's going to be up there with Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's a finalist. And Jared Allen. Jared Allen beats Mitchell Robinson, who was an All-Star last year. Hasn't played like that as he did last year, but still playing really effective basketball. And then I think the Knicks might have the depth on them. Quentin Grimes, Derrick Rose, who's not getting no minutes, Isaiah Hartenstein. So they do got some depth to them. But I think the Cavs win this one because they got Darius Garland, they got Donovan Mitchell, they got a Julius Randle. No, oh my gosh, they got a Evan Mobley, got a Jared Allen, they got a Karis LeVert who can go for 40 points and then go for 5 the next game. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers got the more firepower. They got the better stardoms, the better stars. So I'm going to take the Cavaliers in 7, but I'd be a little shocked if they lost in the first round against the New York Knicks. Not because the New York Knicks are bad, but the Cavs are just that good. I think the Cavs are really, really good. So obviously, whoever faces Milwaukee's going to win, or whoever Milwaukee faces, Milwaukee's going to win. I think if Milwaukee Bucks face the Chicago Bulls, I think it's a 5-game series. Maybe we can push a 6-game series. But if it's Miami Heat, I think it's 4. I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's almost not even close because Drew Holiday's been spectacular. Giannis has been spectacular. Chris Middleton's back. Bobby Portis is in 6th Man of the Year finalist. So yeah, I think it's gonna be at most 6 games, but I can see it going 5. I don't think we would get swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. I think we take 1 game. Miami, not so sure. They don't got the offense. They don't got the depth, so it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm gonna go into playing in the Western Conference. Pelicans and OKC played. Was it last night or the night before? I forgot. The night before was Wednesday night. They played Wednesday night. It was a good game. CJ McCollum didn't do good. Brandon Ingram had himself a night. I'm gonna go back to when they played, which was Wednesday. I'm gonna look at the box score. So, New Orleans. CJ McCollum had 14 points. Herb Jones had 20. Jonas Valanciunas had 16 and 18. Like I said, OKC doesn't really have a center. They got someone that can play the 4. Trey Murphy had 21 and Brandon Ingram had 36 and 7. 36 rebounds, 7 assists. Didn't really have too much off the bench. OKC. Lou Dort had 27. Jalen Williams, the power forward, J-Dub had 11 points. Josh Giddey had 31, 9, and 10. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 32, 5, 3, and 3. And The other Jalen Williams, the center, had 8, 8, and 8. So he had a decent all around game. He had one steal as well. But yeah, it was a really good game. CJ McCollum just did not show up. I guess he has a torn labrum. If they had Zion, I think they win this game pretty easily. The OKC Thunder do not have anyone that could guard Zion, and it got out of hand at the end of the game. CJ McCollum wasn't playing very good, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. CJ McCollum did not play good. They didn't have Zion, so it was kind of tough. And I'll go with probably the best game of the play-in so far. The Bulls and Heat game is going on right now. Probably the best game of the play-in so far is the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards was terrible. Did not have a good game. Mike Conley looked like Steph Curry. Karl-Anthony Towns was, I would say, he was aggressive in the first, I'd say first half, maybe a little bit of the third quarter, and then he just fell off. Kyle Anderson didn't play very bad. LeBron didn't have a LeBron game, but Anthony Davis showed up. D'Angelo Russell didn't play. He played, but he wasn't all that. D'Angelo Russell did not have a very good game. They were playing Dennis Schroeder over D'Angelo Russell in that game. But I think whoever wins this game between OKC and Minnesota, and this can go either way. They got Rudy Gobert back. Jaden McDaniels is injured. I don't think they got anyone that can guard Shea. They don't got anyone that can guard Anthony Edwards. So it's gonna be a high scoring game, I think, and it's gonna be a close game. But I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Timberwolves because they got the better team. They got Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, who's not good no more, but he's not bad. And they got Anthony Edwards, their star. They got Mike Conley, former All-Star, Kyle Anderson. So they got a quality team. But I'd still say Nuggets in 5. I think Minnesota somehow takes a game. Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert has a good defensive game. Towns or Anthony Edwards or both of them go for 40 and they win a game. Mike Conley goes for another 35 plus, and they win a game. Just endless outcomes I can come up with. I'm gonna save the best series for last, but I'm gonna go Memphis and LA. And the thing with this series, both teams haven't been really consistent, especially the Lakers over the past. They've been the best team since the trade deadline. Memphis they went down and then they went back up. They were the 3 seed because Sacramento was 2, I believe, and then they kind of skyrocketed back up when they got John Morant back. Steven Adams not being there is a big thing because Jaren Jackson Jr. gets in foul trouble. Brandon Clark is injured. They don't have Kyle Anderson no more, so they don't really got that 4. Dillon Brooks is always up for a challenge to guard LeBron, which I think he can do a decent job on guarding LeBron. But they just have to hope that Jaren Jackson Jr. does not fall out of these games in the third quarter. Because if he does, Xavier Tillman is the only big man that they got because Steven Adams is injured. So it'll be tough with that. But Jaren Jackson Jr., All-Star Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I got him winning Defensive Player of the Year. I think they can definitely play good against this Los Angeles Lakers team. I think he can play good defense against Anthony Davis, and I think he can get his shot over Anthony Davis because he's a very long human being, very long human being. So I got Memphis in 5. Lakers have been inconsistent. D'Angelo Russell's been inconsistent. LeBron has not been LeBron, obviously, and then Anthony Davis has been dogging. But how long can he last in a 7-game series with all the injuries he's had? He played good in the bubble, but that's the best basketball that he ever played. It was in the bubble, and they won a championship. Now this is the series that's people are making me mad. I'm one of those people that think the Golden State Warriors, because of how they've been, who they have, what they've done, I think they could turn it up in the playoffs. But this is not a team that they want to mess with. The Sacramento team is legit. Like, legit. Like, make it to the finals, legit. They can go on a hot streak in this playoffs. They can dust the Warriors, and then whoever they play, they'll play either Memphis or LA. They'll dust them. They can at least make it to the Western Conference finals. They'd run into a juggernaut in either the Phoenix Suns or the LA Clippers or Denver somehow if they beat either one of those teams. But Sacramento can damn near make it to the finals because if they go up against the Denver Nuggets, I think the Sacramento Kings got a chance of winning that game and they can go straight to the finals. I don't know if they'd win the finals if they made it to the finals, but they can make it to the finals. And then boom, superstar would want a good player, superstar player, star player might possibly be like, hey, the Sacramento team is nice. Maybe I want to go there. Maybe I can contend for a championship because they just made it. Adding me, maybe that could be the missing piece to get over that hump. I'm gonna go Sacramento in 6. I think the Warriors will win the 2 games at home, but then they won't win that third and final game at home. Because in order for the Golden State Warriors to win any series, they have to win every single home game. Every single home game. I just don't think that's possible. I don't think the Warriors can do that. I don't think they can win 2 games on the road either in any series. So I'm going to go with the Sacramento Kings. And now, the best series, I think, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, probably game 2 or 3, Russell Westbrook versus Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. Now, both teams are loaded on the bench. They're both loaded in their top guys. They got Phoenix Suns got 3 future Hall of Famers at the minimum, and the Clippers have 3 Hall of Fame players at the minimum. Westbrook, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. They got some nice young people. Clippers got Zubac, Bones Highland. They got DeAndre Ayton, T.J. Warren, Torrey Craig, Cam Payne if he wants to show up, Terrence Ross, Bismack Biyombo's been playing pretty decent. Clippers got Bones Highland, Mason Plumlee, Rocco, Terrence Mann, Eric Gordon. They're loaded on that bench. I didn't even mention Norman Powell. They are loaded on that bench. They have their bench can be a starting lineup. Would they be good? Not necessarily, but they could be a starting lineup. Every single one of those guys can start for some team. They can all be starters in this league, but they're on the Clippers. Nice depth chart to them. Paul George obviously not going to play game 1. He might not play game 2, so it's going to be Clippers need one of those games. This is going to be a fun series. It's going to be the first time we have seen Kevin Durant and Kawhi since 2019, since before the pandemic, and it feels like the pandemic has been 15 years. It feels like it's been a long time. It's going to be the first time we've seen Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard in a playoff series since 2019. And in those 8 minutes Kevin Durant was playing, he dropped 15 on Kawhi. He dropped damn near 20 on Kawhi Leonard in Toronto at Kawhi's probably best. And Kevin Durant was giving him buckets. So it's going 7. And if Paul George comes back, I got Clippers in 7. Either way, the Phoenix Suns losing the first round, it's a disappointment. The Clippers losing the first round, it's a disappointment. But you can't really it would be a disappointment because you want to see these 2 teams make it far in the playoffs. But you can't say nothing because these are 2 teams that can make it to the Western Conference Finals if they're on separate brackets. If the Clippers are the 1 seed and the Clippers are 2-3, or the Phoenix Suns is 1, blah blah blah, and they'd meet in the conference finals if they won their series, this can be a Western Conference Finals series just like it was 2 years ago. But it's a first round playoff series. So it's it'll be disappointing no matter what team wins. Or no matter what team loses. But I do got the Clippers just strictly based off of their defense. They'll turn it up in the playoffs, I feel like. I got Clippers in 7. And yeah, I will make an award video. I already made the award video. It will be out Sunday after this video comes out, which should come out tomorrow. It's gonna come out on Saturday at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Please like, comment, subscribe.